Hopefully you guys are doing well this fine morning. It's around 10 o'clock and have a few little fun projects for today. Just having fun and relaxing today. Started the fire. You guys saw I put some apples for the deers and the raccoons and everything. They'll love that stuff. It's actually getting pretty hot already. It's a good 25 degrees and it's just, not even noon yet, so it's only going to get worse from here. The fire is helping with the bugs, but I did start the fire not for that reason, but because I brought some steak and some little cheese curds, so that's going to be super good. Not a super fancy steak like I usually do. This one is on the cheaper side, but it's going to be just as good, I'm sure. I'm just waiting for the fire to die down, so while that's doing its thing, I'll attempt and wire up my new power bank to my solar panel. I'm not sure if they're compatible because that is a very cheap and affordable mainstream solar panel, and it's a little bit finicky and complicated from what I've been told compared to a little bit more expensive stuff that everybody has worldwide. The plugs are different on it and the way it charges and the sun rays hit it and stuff. It's different. But if you guys missed my last video, I'd encourage you to go check that out. I work on the little storage house that's up in the tree, my little tree house. I work on there. I finished a decent part of the roof, more than I thought was going to be possible. And also I just recently bought this little thing, a little power bank. It's not a super expensive one. I know some people have been recommending like Jackeries, but those are $700 to like $2,000 depending on the watts. This one was on special, and as you can see, it's the size of a little child's lunchbox. It's great for me. I believe it's a 200 watt, no, it's a 300 watt output, so actually pretty good. I'm never going to need all that, so hopefully it's going to last. Instead of thousands of dollars, this was $200. I talk about it a bit more in detail in my other video, so like I said, go check that out if you missed it. But yeah, super easy to use, AC, DC, it does everything. I don't know what the difference is, but there's that. Could charge it in the wall outlet, 110, 120, and even with a solar panel. So today, what I thought I'd do is attempt to rig this thing up. These black wires are what comes with the power bank itself, and these red and black wires, I got them separately. They're an adapter because obviously what I have is always freaking different and it's always not the best, so I had to get an adapter. This is like a much cheaper plug compared to these plugs that everybody uses. Yeah, so hopefully it's gonna work. I'll need to fish the wire inside the cabin because I don't want this outside and back where there's wind. Even if the workshop is sealed in, it doesn't have chinking and there's space underneath, so I want to keep it away from the elements as much as possible. So I'll try to put it beside the bed, or even maybe in the future make a little shelf close to the ground just so it's off the ground, and yeah, leave that in the cabin. So I'll try to put these through the cabin walls, and I'll see what I can do. If I don't have enough room, well, I'll have to cut the wires and extend them, or bring this in the cabin and unplug it every time. I'm just not sure how that's gonna work out. I don't really feel like doing that every time, but we'll see. You guys can't see anything in the cabin, so I won't really be able to show you what I'm doing, but I just moved the bed, and right up to the wall where I mentioned before in previous videos that I had carpenter ants or bees is what the conclusion I came to. I really need to get some just traps or even little treatments you could put on the wood, because there is a pile of sawdust. I'm not joking, it's like this thick just in the corner. I don't know what the heck they're doing, but yeah, they are wrecking the entire cabin. Well, pretty much just in that corner. I don't want them to keep going, so yeah, there's probably one or two, because there's maybe I think 3 piles of sawdust, but that one is just massive. It's a huge pile. But yeah, I started moving the furniture inside the cabin to get to the corner just to put the wires through the logs, but now the fire's starting to die down slowly, so I'll come outside and start cooking the steak. Oh man. Sure, the cut of the steak, you guys saw how thin it was. It's probably about a ½ inch thick. It's not a sirloin or anything. I think it's a French cut, I believe. That's what it says on the package. I did get it at the butcher. It was like $5, a cheaper steak. But still, very good. It's a little bit too cooked, but not overcooked. And of course I have my chives from the garden. On the side of the cabin here, I just finished eating and also wiring up my power bank to the solar panel. The sun isn't on the panel yet, so I can't really tell if it's charging, but if I did everything correctly, it should. Let's just plug in like 2 wires, so it's not that bad. But I have my 2 cartridges here. These rifles are pretty complicated to get ammunition for, meaning that I have to reload, and I don't really have time to reload these days. So I'll just knock the dust off of her. This is my 1886. It's my first rifle I ever bought. I have a bunch of videos on this thing, and I do a bunch of little mods. But this is my 1886, made in 1889. It is a original rifle. It's not a reproduction. It's chambered in 4082. It is the first express cartridge ever. So, meaning it's smokeless powered instead of the more common powder in those days, which was just standard black powder. So, I do have black powder loads. This is some decently powerful. It's like 1500 feet per second, so it's nothing crazy. Just 260 grain flat nose bullets for a lever action. We'll see how they cycle. Usually, if I haven't shot it in a while, it's just a little bit rusty to get going, as am I. But let's pop these in. I'll just be shooting at some stumps behind me, probably 30, 50 feet away. Nothing special, but actually works pretty nice. I usually go through my ammo because it is a very, very finicky rifle. There is one in the chamber, but yeah, I know it's a little bit sunny in some spots and shady in the others, but an awesome rifle. I've been neglecting it for quite some time, so take a shot, flip up the sights. Has some decent power, 260 grains, it's no slouch. And I do have some higher power loads, which are, hunting loads, but those are like 320 grains. Big old torpedoes, but yeah, I'll give you guys another angle. That's that. Great rifle, one of my favorites ever in my collection. I do have a tang sight for it also, but yeah, I'm just running the original Express sights on them. Super, super nice rifle, super accurate, super nice shooting. Let me know if you guys want to see more shooting stuff, more rifle and gun related stuff. I have quite a few. You could go see all my older videos before the cabin. That's what I had fun doing. I just came here and just shot like crazy. I just spent days here shooting. And I'd go back home and I'd reload all my ammo. But now, with the job and everything, I have a bit less time. And I have other projects. But I'll have to do a batch of cartridges for this and my revolver and stuff. So let me know what you guys want to see. If you want to see more shooting content, I can do that. This video is probably not going to be monetized just because YouTube, the way the algorithm is set up, they'll see this and just automatically demonetize it. But if you guys enjoyed it, I'll make more. I don't really care about the money, honestly. I don't make that much off a video, so yeah, it really doesn't bother me. So let me know what you guys want to see in the comments. Just write it down if you want to see more cabin stuff, different videos. Let me know. I could definitely make more shooting videos out in the swamp on my little makeshift range. So leave it down in the comments, and always don't forget to like and subscribe to the video. If you guys want to see more, I try to post as often as I can, mostly on Fridays, and you could always go back and look at my older stuff. And don't forget to share the video if you enjoyed. It really helps out the channel a lot.